Tonight we have a very special occasion. We're going to get some questions fired at me by guys who've actually been out there doing this. Okay, they've been in the field, they've dealt with all the objections, and folks, as you know, there are always lots of objections because of what's come in the past mainly. We've had our fingers burnt too often. You know, we're a bit shy now to try something that may burn our fingers again. And so I'm going to try my best this evening to answer the questions that they've got. I've asked them to ask me their hardest questions. So not their routine admin ones. You may have a couple of routine questions. We would call them routine because we answer them every night. Those you can come and ask me and any of my staff members afterwards. We will answer them for you. Or you will find the answers to them in all of our training, which, as you know, is only 5,000 Rand a video. No, it's free. It's free. You go to YouTube or to our website or our app and you can download all the training. And in there we answer all the common questions. But tonight, I'm a little terrified because tonight we're going to ask questions that I have not answered before. And we have a couple hundred people watching us live tonight and all of you in the room. So this is going to be interesting if I get it wrong. All right. But before I start, I want to say to all of you, whether you're a guest or whether you're a long-standing wealth engineer, there are almost always only 3 categories of questions people will ask you, okay, or 3 categories of objections they may have to this business. They generally fall into, this is not a real business, or they fall into, I'm worried my ego or pride will be damaged through this process, or I don't know how to do this. Those are your 3 categories. Every question you get is going to fall into one of those 3 categories. And so, as I work through the questions this evening, excuse me, I'm going to demonstrate to you how I believe most of what you're going to ask me is still going to fall into those 3 categories. And so if you know the 3 categories, you're then able to always answer the question. We're not in a debate, we're not convincing people, but we do want to settle people's minds because this is the real deal. We want to get them to the point where they go, I get it, I see it, and I trust it. I will put my time in. Because it's a heavy price to pay time. But we need to get people to that point in time. All right, so let's get started. Jane, come to the front here. Rose, give me your question tonight. I'll get it out the way for you. Then you can relax after that, you see. Come and ask me. Rose, tell me, what is your hardest question that you get from everyone? Talk into the top of the mic so everybody can hear you. So get it over with for you, Rose, because I know you're in sheer agony sitting there. All right. Okay, give me your question.
Okay, the question I have is that...
Eat the microphone. Eat it. There we go. Right in there. Just like it's in your mouth. That's it. Go for it.
Don't look at me.
Don't be nervous. I've got to answer. You don't need to be nervous.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do we keep people active and the police is not lapsing?
Yes, excellent. Okay, so let me repeat that quickly. So the question is, you put people into your channel, how do you keep them active? How do you keep them going? Well, you can't, and you don't. What happens is, you are looking for those who catch the vision. They are a percentage. You will find both here at Dewpoint and at any network marketing or direct selling company, whether legit or illegitimate, the mathematics is exactly the same. For every 100 people you're going to talk to, Rose, only one of them is going to catch the vision. There'll be 35 who take up products and pay and create wealth for you. There's only one out of every 100 that's going to go, you know what, I get it. I'm going to go out and really build now. Okay. Along the way, you'll find individuals who do a little bit of effort. They'll come in, put 5 people in. Maybe they'll put 10 people in. Maybe they'll put 20 people in, and then they'll stop. And there's no explaining it. There's just no explaining it. I sat them down. I've spoken to them. Their general answer is, this is too hard. It's too hard. And I say, what's too hard? Connecting people? You don't have to sell. You don't have, and I go, it's just too hard. And they walk out the door. And I go, look at the rank 9 trip. You're not coming with us. No, it's too hard. It's too hard. And I go, but your job's so much harder. And they go, no, it's too hard. And they walk out. There is no way of activating people. There will be those that do, and there will be those that don't. And your task is not to worry about the ones who don't. You just keep connecting people until you find the ones that will do. That is network marketing across the globe. There's no silver bullet. There's no secret. All right. Good. All right. So who shall we have up next? Let me see here. Norma. Where's Norma tonight? Give me your question. I have to go to the list, otherwise I'm going to forget who all I asked. Here's Norma over here. Hit me with it. Hit me with it.
Hi, Brendan.
Yeah.
For someone who is fairly fresh or those who have been burned in hot water before,
Yeah.
what are other things to look out for before engaging to the business? And how different is Dewpoint to other business?
All right, excellent. So excellent question. Those of you who are visiting us on our roadshow at the moment, you know I actually specifically address this. We're going to be in Port Elizabeth on Saturday. We'll talk about that just now, and I actually address this. Because we get so much stuff being delivered in the Cape Town harbour and the Durban harbour that blow in, take our money, and then leave, we actually have to dipstick test everything that comes in. If you go and watch any of the SABC interviews and that they've done lately, they've been interviewing the Direct Selling Association of South Africa, and they ask them the same question. Well, the first step is you need to ask yourself, are they registered with the Direct Selling Association of South Africa? That's step one. If they are not registered with the DSA, you know you're going to lose your money. I'll guarantee you. You're going to lose your money, and they're not going to last. The DSA audits every network marketing company that comes in and only allows them to trade once they pass their audit. That means they need to be legitimate. The other things that you want to look at are they local or are they foreign? You see, all these foreign things come in. Do you ever get to see the CEO? No, there's a drawing of him on the website. There's a drawing. Well, tonight you've had the CEO talk to you firsthand. You can come visit me here Monday through Saturday. I'm right here. If you live in KZN, you know you can pick the phone up and call me. If you live in Springbok, you can call me on the phone. You know where I am. You can't do that, you should immediately be skeptical. Have they got an office? Can you see the physical, tangible office? No, they've got a website, but the website doesn't quite work. There's a couple of pages yet that don't work. These are warning signs for you. Then you need to ask yourself, well, what kind of wealth do you want to make? Do you want to make cash in transit, a little bit of cash and it disappears, or permanent wealth? That's something you need to analyze. There is really one, maybe two direct selling companies in South Africa that create permanent wealth. Dewpoint is one of them. Dewpoint is, I think, the only one that creates permanent wealth. This is a question you need to ask yourself. So if you're going to distinguish Dewpoint from everything else, you need to ask yourself, how much am I going to pay to get in? Is it foreign or local? Can I actually see the people and the building? What is it costing me to do this business? These are questions you need to ask yourself. So normal fresh people, that's what they got to do. Get in, ask those questions, and then commit. And then commit. We've often said it. Focus is critical. You can't do 6 different networks. You'll fail on all 6. Pick one. I don't care which one. It doesn't have to be Dewpoint. Pick one, focus on it, and make your wealth. That's what you've got to do. Excellent, excellent, excellent question. Good. Casper. Oh, in the front here. I'm making Jane do all the running here. There we go. Hit me with it, Casper.
Good evening, Brendan. Okay, so I've actually... It's a very common objection, but it actually hurt me in a sense because it's a very close friend. And he saw my post on Facebook and he said that I see that you've got an asset of about 1.8 million and you're earning such and such an amount through this pyramid scheme of yours. And I said to him, first of all, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's network marketing. And it's not that I actually went down on a mate and I got the loan because he said, you're still paying off on the rent, aren't you? You know? So I was like, you totally didn't understand what we're trying to demonstrate or the message we're trying to bring across. But yes, is it a pyramid scheme or not?
Yeah, well, that's an excellent question, and that's another dipstick test that everybody can do. The question about pyramid scheme generally comes out of ignorance. People don't know what a pyramid scheme is. They've heard the term, and so they're automatically associated with anything that sounds like network marketing. They don't actually know what it is. A pyramid scheme is where you're pouring money in and you're not getting anything out. There's this, you give me 10,000 Rand and find 5 other people to give me 10,000 Rand and I'll give you 20,000 Rand back. You've heard that promise before. I've seen it before where the products dry up. I know, don't worry about the fact that the products are not being delivered. Just keep paying. That's a pyramid scheme. The moment you are paying money and you do not get anything, you are now in a pyramid scheme. At Dewpoint, the only thing you pay for is your contracted financial services product. That's all you pay. You pay nothing to be a wealth engineer at Dewpoint. Your payment goes to a contracted. You will receive the contract for your financial services product. This is a real wealth creation business. It's not a pyramid scheme, but that is a common objection. Generally stems out of ignorance. There it is over there. Okay. All right, good. So Casper, fantastic. David Crozier, come. David, I know you've worked hard over the last couple of years. Hit me with your worst one.
Well, it's a simple question. Why is Dewpoint so difficult?
Here we go. All right, very similar to Rosa's question. Okay, it's a lovely question. It's lovely. Everything that's genuine is difficult. Any of you guys Springbok rugby players? No? Any of you Play for Bafana Bafana? No? Any of you play for the Proteas? No? None of you? Okay, why not? Because it's very difficult. Okay? Anything that's real, anything that's genuine is difficult. And what we understand at Dewpoint, and that we know is true for all network marketing companies, is that this is a mathematics game. You need to bring more people. The more people you bring, the more money you make. The moment you give up, you lose all potential. What did we ask you to do? Connect 2 people a month. How long? 3 months? No, 5 years. 5 years of connecting people to us. Along the way, many of those you connect, many, are going to let you down. They're going to pay and disappear. They're not going to pay. They're going to cancel. They're going to tell you how it doesn't work. They're going to tell you how hard it is. Okay? It's because it's real. How hard is your career? Any of you going straight to CEO? Like straight, next 2 years you're CEO? No. But I'll bet you when you were like 20 or 25, you thought that that was what was going to happen. I'll bet you. When I speak to the guys that are under 30, they're like, no, I don't need this. I'm going straight to CEO. By the time they're 35, they're back here, and I'm like, yeah, no, it didn't work out, did it? No. Why? Because there's only 1,000 CEOs in the country, but there's 55 million people vying for that 1,000 positions. It is hard. Everything is hard. And so we put the time in to create our wealth. What we do is we say, where will we spend our time? It's going to be hard. Where am I going to be hard? And we choose Dewpoint because it creates permanent wealth. That's where we're going to be hard. Fantastic. David, thank you very much. Francina. Here we go over here in the corner.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Brandon. The question that I want to ask to you, I've met a few people who asked me this question, then I failed to answer it. That's why I say I must ask you. I must ask my CEO. How quick can I make the real cash with Dewpoint?
Yes, all right, that's a great question. We've had that question asked 100 times. That's why we actually have the path to success, okay? And again, if you're following us with our showcase around the country, I actually did the maths and I tabulated it. And I said, well, the answer is you. That's the answer. So how long before I'm making real money? You. That's the answer. It's you. How fast to get to rank 9? On average, 19 months, but somebody got there in 5. How fast to 30,000 Rand a month? 2 years. How fast to 10,000 Rand? A year. But you can do it in 2 months or 6 months if you'd like. What does it come down to? This is a business where you connect people. If you connect people faster, you earn faster. It's that simple. It's mathematics. It's just mathematics. How much is real money though, Francine? The people, if you think about your life right now, real money is 10,000 Rand a month. If you had 10 grand a month coming into your bank account right now, that would be real life-changing money. When they go, yeah, but there's this guy earning 600,000 Rand a week. Do you want me to make a WhatsApp where I'm earning 600,000 Rand a week? I'll ask Rob. He'll draw the picture. We'll put in a check. We'll have me lying on a bed with cash all around me. And I'll send it to you. It's nonsense. No one is earning 600,000 Rand a week. No one. Not even the CEO of Eskom, and he's the highest paid CEO in the country. Nobody's earning that, okay? It is a lie. It is a fantasy. You know, like I spoke to the lady yesterday. She said, but Brendan, there's all these people earning so much money. I said, who? No, there's this lady. I said, is there one lady? Yeah, no, I've just seen one lady, and I think she bought a house. And I said, it was a big house. No, she said, no, it was a small house. But she was... So I'm like, okay, so there's one person out there who's paying. When people say to you, when am I going to earn the real money? They're actually falling into this category. I don't think I can do it. That's what they're doing. And you've got two options then. You can pursue it and say, look, you can do it. We can get you to 10, 30, 40,000 Rand a month. Or you go, next. It's a mathematics game. You go next. Who's next? I'm talking to the next person. All right, great. Coral. Where's Coral? He's over here. There we go. Throw the mic down there.
Mr. Benfield, good evening. Thanks for the opportunity.
No problem.
How's it, guys? Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of objections saying that it's a difficult business and it's difficult to get people to join and all of that, which it is. I'm a very, very, very new wealth engineer with Dewpoint. I love Dewpoint. I've been here for 36 days. I've done all the training, and through the training you learn to obviously handle all the objections. To me, it's about you doing this presentation 79 times a week. What keeps you and your team motivated to keep pushing forward?
Okay, good. All right, well, For those of you who understand my history a little bit, my father was the founder of Clientele Life. So I don't know if you know Clientele Life. And at Clientele, I was about 10 or 11 when he started it. I'm only 21 now. And when I was about 14, he stumbled across this new mechanism of distribution of products and of creating wealth. And he did a whole lot of research in it, and he was totally sold on it, which was network marketing. It was very uncommon in South Africa at the time, was almost unknown. And he went, but not only can I distribute products through this, I can start really impacting the lives of South Africans. And so he created the IFA. You guys have all heard of the IFA, haven't you? The Golden Ring. He created the IFA 30 years ago now. It was the early 90s when he created it, and he built it. And I, as a teenager, started to get exposed to the life-changing capability that network marketing has. Nothing in the world today will change your circumstances other than network marketing. Nothing. You can debate me into the ground. You go and tell me what you're going to do tomorrow that's going to change your life like I can change your life here at Dewpoint. But you know, about 20, 25 years later, I was looking at the model, and I was looking at what was happening, and I was going, it doesn't work. That model that they have doesn't work anymore in the 21st century. It's just not designed for the circumstances we're living in right now. I need to make a better one. And so what we did is we made a better one that doesn't charge you monthly fees, one that doesn't take your money away every 3 years, all of that. We decided we would make a permanent wealth business, a permanent wealth business. And what keeps me going is the fact that every day there's somebody's life that's being changed at Dewpoint. There is. There is nothing like pulling someone up on the stage and saying, my life is different because of you. You know, Rob always says, who was doing the presentation on the night? And when they say me, it feels amazing. And they always say me, don't they? But it feels amazing. I sit at the chair there or at the door, or I'm watching it live, and someone goes, it was when Brendan was giving the presentation. That never gets old. It never gets old knowing that you're changing people's lives. I'm not in this as a charity. This is not a charity. I'm making profit too. I have to make profit. We can't survive. Charity and government organizations don't survive. You know that. Look at them. The profitable business is sustainable. That's what we're doing. But at the same time, we're changing lives like no one else in South Africa today. So that drives us every day. We never lose passion here. Oh, thank you. All right, Millicent, you're up. Give me your question.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Brandon, for the opportunity.
No problem.
Often when I approach people and speak to people about the business, they're very skeptical because they've been through all these shiny things, and they're like,
right there.
Is there any other way I can join the business without having one of the products?
Yeah.
And why should I take another insurance product because I already have one?
Yes, okay. So it's a great question. I've been tackled with it myself a few times. And so what I say to people is, well, while I believe that we're in a position at Dewpoint to create wealth, we are not wizards or magicians. I cannot create wealth out of thin air. I think, again, there's a very common misconception by South Africans that there is a giant pile of money and that there is a group of people hiding it from everyone else. Okay, I read about it in the newspapers, I watch it on TV. No, the mines are keeping the money and the banks are keeping the money. Folks, the money's gone. The money's gone. Have you seen what's happened up in Zimbabwe this last week? Hey. Anyway, I'm really worried we're heading that way sometimes. There's no money to hide anymore, guys. It's gone. It's in the Boeings we see our wealthy people flying in. It's in the Rolls Royces and the mansions we see on the weekends. It's there. It's gone. We don't get it anymore. We, as what's left in South Africa, have to make a new pile of money. We cannot create it unless we have the production, the sale of product. Now, I could have picked milkshakes and pills and cryptocurrency and all of this stuff, but then you would have had to run around selling it. And I'm tired of selling second-rate, substandard products. What I could do is give you something of real value. And I know, again, many South Africans don't actually realize the value of insurance. They think it's a waste of money. You don't understand how insurance actually holds this economy up. When you die, your children are not put into debt trying to put you in the ground. Because that's what happens. Remember, you don't have funeral cover. When you die, it's 20, 30,000 rand for the funeral. Your kids, you know because you've had to do it yourself, have to go to a bank or a loan shark to borrow the money to put your mother or father in the ground. With our policy, you're paid. It's no problem. Here's the money. Boom. And you go and you put it. And your life carries on without debt. When you pass away, your children end up homeless without the ability to be educated. When your car has an accident and is written off, you are now transportless because you didn't have insurance. The concept of people saying, why do I need insurance? Totally staggers me. Every one of us needs insurance until you're rich. When you're rich, you don't need insurance. Because when your car gets crashed, you can go buy a new one straight away. Until you are rich, you desperately need insurance. And so, when you talk to that individual who goes, why do I need another insurance product? You go, do you require another insurance product or would you like wealth? No, I want wealth. Well, then tick a box. Tick a box. Which one? I don't care. Tick a box. I'm not in the business of selling insurance. You're going to pick all of them. In fact, the more boxes you tick, the more money I make. So you just tick it. We are not in the business of selling products as wealth engineers. We're not. But if someone says to you that, they're normally down here. I don't think I can do this. That's the category they're in. And they're just trying to find a way out. And you go, next, and you pick the next person. You're just about connecting people. But that's a good question, Melissa. I like it. All right. Couple more and then we're done. Michael. Michael, give me your question.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to do a follow-up question before I can ask a question.
Oh, my goodness. 2.
Yes.
Okay, it's 500 Rand for the second question. Go.
Okay. It's you say that.
Yeah.
You always say, we come along as a company, we facilitate the process of the product to your channel.
Yeah.
Can you please try to clarify what you mean by that?
Okay, so you don't have to do any selling. That's what I do. So my facilitation of the sale of my products is me presenting them to you, me designing a website that's got all the products laid out with all the details, policy documents, me filming all the training videos on all the products so that you can have a full review of every product available to you at a click of a button 24 hours a day. And ultimately, the application form that leads the individual through becoming a wealth engineer and becoming a product owner. I do all that work for you. You don't have to do any of that. Whereas if you were selling the creams and the pills and the panty liners and the, oh my word, the stuff I've seen, you would have it in bags in your car, you'd bring them out, you'd have to put them on the table, you'd have to talk through all of them. All of that's gone. You got one job. You just connect them to me, and then the technology and the presentations and the videos and that does the job for you.
Thank you very much, because that's what I've experienced in most of the cases.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And this is my question now. Because we are used to this shining stuff.
Yeah.
And obvious in the field, that's what you get in most of the cases.
Yes, yeah.
And then people are asking, why is your company require that you connect 3 individuals before it open for payment?
Yes.
Not 2.
Excellent question. Again, it just boils down to mathematics. Okay, why not 2? Why not 1? Why not 10? Why not 12? Okay, so if you've got every system, they'll have their own maths. If you look at the legitimate systems, and there's plenty of them, legitimate systems, they have sat down and run mathematics to say, if I get 10,000 people in all of a sudden, will I be able to pay all these people? Now, the answer, of course, is no, but we never get 10,000 people in who commit, okay? The second reason is that we want people to commit to the task. If I said to you, only need to connect one person you're earning, I'd have everybody just connect one person, and that would be the end of Dewpoint. It would just stop. It would just grind to a halt. Instead, we say, no, I want to make sure that you committed to the task. Can you find me 3 people? If you find me 3 people, I'll start paying you. From that point forward, I will start paying you. Just 3 people to show me that you're committed to the task. So answer part A to the answer is we've got to get the maths to work. We can't afford to not be able to pay you, like what happens when the FD's in China, we can't pay you this month. What that translates to is we messed the maths up and we don't have enough money to pay you this month. That will never happen at Dewpoint. Not ever. For the simple reason we got the maths right. And the second one is I want to see you committed. You're going to do it. Find me 3 people. I'm not asking for 30. I'm not asking for 9. Find me 3 people, get them signed up and paid, and you start earning. Yeah. That's it. It's the difference between legitimacy and fantasy. It's the difference between it. Okay. Right. We're nearly done. Tadiso, where are you? Yeah, there we go. Great.
Good evening, all of you. Yeah, Brandon, I think I should, I think I'm in awe with because if you look at the presentations, it's like a cut and paste. It's always the same shirt, the same haircut, standing on the same place. But I'm amazed with the tenacity that you reflect every day, the mood you are in, it's a rare quality, you know. But my question then would be, when you speak to most of the prospects, they say, hey, okay, I have this funeral, but it's not covering my dad because he just turned 80. You know, it's like it shut them down. The product is not good enough.
The products are not good enough. Where's that? We've got that one here somewhere.
That comes a lot.
No. There we go. The products are not good enough. Yes, that one comes out. Okay. So remember, you know, the 65 out of 100 that I'm going to say no to you. I hear you. So I have tenacity because I have perspective. I know where this goes. I know where it goes. There's going to be a percentage of you. Any one of you can be that percentage. Then I'm going to go the whole way. I'm going to change your life forever. Dewpoint's going to change your life forever. That gives me the perspective to give the energy every single day. For the individual coming in fresh who has no perspective, they start saying, well, the only thing I'm going to get out of Dewpoint is a product. They have misunderstood what we do. Why have they misunderstood it? Because everywhere else they've gone, every other presentation, every other system has gone, you're coming here to buy the product. That's what they've said. And we've come and we said, no, you're not buying products at Dewpoint, you're building wealth. This is a challenge to do so you will have to face. Practice makes perfect. Over the next 5 years of connecting people to us, you will face that question often where they go, I can buy a Rolls Royce of this and I can buy that. And you will be going, forget about these things. We don't do that. This is what we do. We create wealth and no one can compete with the wealth that we produce here at Dewpoint. That's going to be a practice issue. But you know, if you fail, next. 55 million South Africans. Plenty opportunity to practice. But our products, as you know, are not substandard. We built the best products in their categories in the country. I will debate anybody on that. I will prove it to them, not debate it. I'll actually line it up and show them why we did the research and we produced products that no one else can compete with in these categories that we have. But yes, a natural response. Okay, good. All right, last question for the evening. Sifiso, do you feel like giving us a question? You want to give us one? Yeah, give it to us. Hit us with a question.
Evening, everyone. Evening, Brendan. The question is actually from one of my downliners, my wealth engineer. So it's someone, I guess, someone who's got that, who's got access to radio, to live media. So,
yes.
So he was asking to say, how does he then actually position Dewpoint without actually having to sell the Dewpoint products?
Yeah.
If he's actually got access to something like radio.
A platform where he can do,
yes,
that's right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to sound like a stuck record this evening. I really am going to sound like a stuck record. We do sell a product here. We do. We sell wealth. That's the product we do. It is our only product at Dewpoint is wealth. So if he had it, he would be doing exactly what I'm doing now. You can imagine I'm being broadcast around the country. How did I position Dewpoint this evening? I went, you don't have any money, I can make you money. Click this button. That's what he's got the platform to go, guys, I'm talking to you South Africans and I know, because I saw you this morning on the taxis, I saw you in my office, we do not have money. I have a solution. It's not going to cost you any money. You're going to pick it up and you're going to commit time to it, and we can change that circumstance. That's it. Dewpoint is, I've always said, it's got one. Here's your sales pitch. Do you require wealth or extra income? Yes. Click play. That's what you do. He's in that position. It's a short script with Dewpoint because we don't sell products. We sell life-changing wealth. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our toughest questions from 10 of our wealth engineers. I'm sure there are more. If you have more, come and ask us. The rest you will find in our training videos. Go and watch them there.